What a joy it is for all of us to be gathered here today to share in the rebirth of love in the hearts of two very special people, Frank Lawrence Conlon and Chrystal Ann Jones. As family and friends, we recognize that this love was sent to you as a precious gift through the person who is standing before you today. When life handed you difficulties, it didn't make you bitter, it made you better. You appreciate each other more because of the road you have both traveled. The love you have found in one another has brought sunshine back into your lives. You are to each other a healer of the heart, a mender of the emotions, a source of solitude for the spirit. And so with that in mind, will you, Frank, offer yourself to Chrystal as her husband, her friend, and her soulmate? Will you share your life with her and build your dreams together? Will you support her through times of trouble and rejoice with her in times of happiness? Will you treat her with respect and love and loyalty through all the trials and triumphs of life? And most of all, will you give her first place in your life and in your heart always?
I will.
That was the correct answer. And will you, Chrystal, offer yourself to Frank as his wife, his friend, and his soulmate? Will you share your life with him and build your dreams together? Will you support him through times of trouble and rejoice with him in times of happiness? Will you treat him with respect, love, and loyalty through all the trials and triumphs of life? And most of all, will you give him first place in your life and in your heart always?
I will.
And who presents Chrystal to be married to Frank?
I do.
Very good. Step out and join your bride. Take her under your arm. Okay, good enough. Come forward. And come forward. Hold hands. This bride has not stopped smiling since she got down here. This groom has not stopped shaking since she got down here. Frank and Chrystal, this is the day the two of you become one. You will enter into a sacred oneness as you join together in marriage and are united in mind, body, and spirit. Your two souls are woven together by the threads of eternal and timeless love. Just as two threads woven together will form a most beautiful tapestry, so can your two lives merge together to make a beautiful marriage. Now, to make your relationship work, it will take love. This is the core of your marriage and why you are here today. It will take trust to know in your hearts that you want only the best for one another. It will take dedication to stay open to one another and to learn and grow together. It will take faith to go forward without knowing exactly what the future brings. And finally, it will take commitment to hold true to the journey you both pledged today and to share together. Now, we fall in love by chance, but we stay in love by choice. You will have to choose each and every day of your lives to stay in love. When you say, I love you, you are making an unconditional commitment to an imperfect person. Believe it or not, he's not perfect. And you're not perfect. To love someone isn't just a strong feeling. It's a decision. It's a judgment. It's a promise. It means overlooking all of our imperfections and loving them anyway. We come to love not by finding the perfect person, but by seeing the imperfect person perfectly. Frank and Chrystal, you started out as friends, and eventually that friendship grew into love. You finally found your kindred spirit. The moment you decided to join lives for forever was when you became a part of something that is truly, truly spiritual. Your friendship ignited and set your souls on fire. And what love is a friendship that is caught on fire. And when a friendship like yours catches fire, you don't know what you become? You become soulmates. What is a soulmate? Soulmates are people in our lives whom we connect with on a deeply spiritual level. As the name implies, soulmates are friends of the soul. If you have found your soulmate, which you have, they will be the best friend you will ever have. And you will be able to share everything with your soulmate, from the wildest dreams that you have in your hearts to the deepest secrets. Nothing is off limits. It's very obvious today, the two of you have, for us, the two of you have that kind of connection. It's very obvious that you two really love one another. I've been watching you, Chrystal. I see how you look at Frank. There's this radiance about you. I see how Frank looks at you. There's this glow, a little sweat, but a glow
because it's hot
about him as he looks at you. I want to share with you the greatest description of love ever recorded. It comes from a little book called 1 Corinthians 13. It goes like this. Love is very patient and kind, never jealous or envious, never boastful or proud, never haughty or selfish or rude. Love does not insist on its own way, nor is it irritable or touchy. It does not hold grudges and will hardly ever notice when others do it wrong. It's never glad about injustice, but rejoices whenever truth wins out. This kind of love knows no boundaries to its tolerance, no end to its trust, no fading of its hope, no limit to its endurance. It can outlast anything. Love is, in fact, the one thing that still stands when everything else has failed. So, Frank and Chrystal, your search for your soulmate is over. And you're about to share your promises of love with one another. At long last, you can say, "You are my true companion. I have found the one my soul loves." Now, just before you say your vows to one another, let me remind you what a vow is. A vow is a solemn promise, a pledge that binds, a commitment of the heart, mind, body, and spirit. A commitment that recognizes that marriage is the most important of all of human relationships. To give and to receive such a commitment is one of life's greatest gifts. You are about to receive that gift. Cherish it forever. And so with that in mind, Frank, after you.
I want you to know, because I love you the most, that I refrained from singing Spice Girls when he said two become one. But I can't promise that in the future, but I promise that I will annoy you the most with my random singing, because that's me, and I promise to be me forever and from all now on with you. The man who loves you more than anyone in the world. I promise to make sure that you never want for anything as long as it's within my power and you have everything that you need and I need. That I will keep you and the kids safe and make sure that the rest of your life you are as happy as you can be. It is your turn.
I promise to follow you anywhere and everywhere that you go. I promise to always support you in anything that you do and bring happiness into your life whenever I can.
Now you're about to give to each other a ring. These rings that you're about to receive mark a new beginning in your journey together. In giving and receiving these rings, you acknowledge that your lives are now joined in an unbroken circle, so to speak. Let your wedding rings remind you that wherever you go in this journey that begins today, you will always return to the life you share together in that one place that you call home. May I have the token of Frank's love for Chrystal. Now you're about to marry this woman. Put the ring right to the
With
knuckle.
this ring?
Right there, and stop. And if you would.
With this ring?
Frank, please repeat after me. I'd feel a lot more comfortable if you looked at her, please. Thank you. Here we go. Chrystal, I give you this ring.
Chrystal, I give you this ring.
Wear it with love and joy.
Wear it with love and joy.
As this ring has no end,
As this ring has no end,
neither shall my love for you.
neither shall my love for you.
I choose you to be my wife.
I choose you to be my wife.
This day and forevermore.
This day and forevermore.
Place it on, please. And now the token of Crystal's love for Frank. Thank you, sir. And place it right to the knuckle and stop. Look into his eyes, repeat after me. I did not know he arranged for a flyby at this time.
I called in a few favors.
Okay, Chrystal, please repeat after me. Frank, I also give you this ring.
Frank, I also give you this ring.
Wear it with love and joy.
Wear it with love and joy.
As this ring has no end,
As this ring has no end,
neither shall my love for you.
neither shall my love for you.
I choose you to be my husband.
I choose you to be my husband.
This day and forevermore.
This day and forevermore.
Place it on, please. It's good that if it's snug like that, Frank, I promise you it doesn't cut off any circulation. However, it does take you out of circulation, so to speak. Now, when a couple decide to marry, it's not just the coming together of two individual lives, it's also the coming together of families today. And that is certainly the case today, for as Frank and Chrystal become husband and wife, they are now joined by Brendolyn.
That's you? Come on. Come here. Come here.
Isabella, and Rylan.
That's not the part where you roll your eyes.
Y'all hold hands. Now, kids, I want to share something with you. Mom and Dad, hold your hands out so they can see your rings.
Oh.
See this? See that? Those are symbols. And when they look at that ring, they'll say, wow, somebody loves me just the way I am. I'm special. Well, they also have some gifts for you. Okay?
Nope.
And Frank, if you will explain what these are.
So each of these is a necklace for each of you. I'll show you one. But it has a ring, or not a ring, a penny with the year. This was made in the year that we got married, so that we became family since May 17th. And the date is, it's on there somewhere.
It's 2019.
It does say 2019, but I can't see it on there.
Yeah,
Anyway, so whenever you wear that, you can look at it and say, wow, somebody loves me just the way I am. Now you'll get these
Forever
after,
and always.
you'll get this after the wedding, okay? Okay. And you can go sit down. Now, I have a special blessing that I would like to share with the two of you. May these hands always be held by one another. Give them the strength to hold on during the storms of stress and the dark of disillusionment. Keep them tender and gentle as you nurture each other in your wondrous love. Help these hands to continue building a relationship founded on mutual respect, rich in caring for each other's needs, and devoted to fulfilling each other's dreams. May your hands always continue to reach out for each other. And when no words can be found, may you touch these hands and say, I love you, and I am here, now, forever, and always. Yeah. Okay, let it be known that you are now joined together mind, body, and spirit in this lifetime and for all eternity. Frank and Chrystal, with the support of your families and your friends, through the vows you have spoken, the rings you have given and received, by the strength of your sacred covenant and the presence of God, I now pronounce you. This is the most important part of the ceremony. There are no other words that give me greater joy than to say this. I now pronounce you husband and wife. And now, Frank, for the moment you've been practicing for and we've been waiting on, you may kiss your lovely bride.
You want me to mess up the makeup? Hey, I asked if she wanted me to mess up the makeup. I was perfectly willing to do that.
Turn around.
You're stuck with me now.
Bouquet, please.
Can you get Chrystal?
Ladies and gentlemen, I can't begin to tell you what an honor and a joy and a privilege it has been for me to share this very special and precious moment with each one of you. Truly is a delight for me to present to you on this day, which is what day, Frank?
May 17th?
May 17th. That's a day you don't want to forget.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Conlon. Music.